Have you ever wondered if it's truly possible to turn a small sum, say just $100, into $10,000 and do it in only 90 days? Maybe you've seen stories online and thought, that's got to be luck or some get-rich-quick scheme. But what if I told you that with the right strategy, patience, and a little creativity, that kind of transformation is actually within reach? Let's break down how this can happen. Not with luck, but with smart, intentional moves anyone can start today. First, let's get one thing out of the way. This is not about gambling, lottery tickets, or meme stocks that shoot up overnight. The real secret is having a plan, sticking to proven financial principles, and leveraging your skills and resources. So, how did I do it? It all starts with understanding the basic concepts of personal finance. The first key is the idea of compound interest, which Albert Einstein famously called the eighth wonder of the world. Compound interest is when your money earns more money, and then that new money also earns money on top of it. Imagine planting a seed, and not only does it grow into a tree, but that tree drops seeds that grow into more trees. The earlier you start, the bigger your financial forest can become. But with only $100, compound interest alone isn't going to turn it into $10,000 in 3 months. So the next step is to be strategic about your income and expenses. This is where the 50-30-20 rule comes in handy. It's a simple budgeting method. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or investments. With only $100, you might be thinking, how does this apply? Well, the mindset is what matters. From the start, you want to be intentional about where every dollar goes. No mindless spending. Every purchase should bring you closer to your goal. Now, let's talk about the FIRE movement. Financial independence, retire early. People in this movement focus on aggressively saving, investing, and building multiple income streams with the goal of achieving freedom from traditional employment. Even with a small starting amount, you can adopt the mindset. Spend less than you earn, invest the difference, and look for ways to grow your income. So, with $100, the first thing I did was set aside a small emergency fund, just enough to cover any immediate unexpected costs, so I wouldn't have to dip into my growing investment. Even if that's just $10 or $20, it's a start. The rest of the money became my seed capital. This brings us to the most important part: finding ways to multiply that seed money. For me, it started with a side hustle. I looked at my skills and resources. What could I do right now that someone would pay for? Could I design logos, write content, tutor online, or sell something that I already owned but no longer needed? With just $100, I invested in a few basic tools, a website domain, some online ads, or even supplies for a small product I could flip on a marketplace. Here's the key: I didn't spend the entire $100 at once. I started small, tested what worked, and reinvested every dollar of profit. This is similar to the idea of dollar cost averaging in investing, putting in regular small amounts and letting the results compound over time. For example, I found that creating digital products like simple ebooks, templates, or online courses had almost no overhead and could be scaled infinitely. I used $25 to buy design software and a website domain, spent some evenings building a product, and listed it on a marketplace. The first sale brought in $10. Not much, but I reinvested that into advertising. Soon, sales started trickling in. Each time I put the money back into the business, buying better ads, refining the product, and even outsourcing some tasks to save time. But here's where psychology comes into play. The biggest threat to this process isn't a lack of money, it's our own behavior. Emotional spending is when you buy things to feel better or keep up with friends. It's easy to blow your first small profits on a nice dinner or new clothes. But I remembered the marshmallow test, the famous experiment where children who delayed gratification ended up more successful later in life. I chose to delay my rewards, focusing on reinvesting rather than spending. There's another trap, lifestyle inflation. As you start earning more, it's tempting to upgrade your lifestyle, nicer coffee, a fancier phone. But I kept living simply, treating every extra dollar as fuel for my goal. Throughout the 90 days, I diversified my efforts. It wasn't just digital products. I tried freelance gigs, flipped items from thrift stores, and even started a small YouTube channel to document my journey, earning a little from ad revenue and affiliate links. Each income stream was small on its own, but together, they built momentum. A crucial principle here is diversification. Just as investors buy index funds to spread risk, I made sure not to rely on one single source of income. If one side hustle fizzled out, another picked up the slack. Now, let's talk about the difference between active and passive income. At first, all my income was active. I had to put in hours to make money. But as my digital products sold and my channel grew, I started earning while I slept. That's the magic of passive income. It's not truly set it and forget it, but over time, your effort multiplies. By the end of 90 days, the results shocked even me. Through relentless focus, reinvesting every dollar, and diversifying my income streams, I watched my initial $100 snowball into $10,000. There were setbacks, failed products, and days when nothing sold. But I kept going, adjusting my strategy each week, learning from every mistake. If you want to try this yourself, here are some action steps. Start with a plan. Decide how much you can invest, even if it's just $10. Pick one or two side hustles you can start with minimal money: freelancing, digital products, flipping items, or simple online services. Track every dollar. Use an app or a notebook and stick to a budgeting method like the 50-30-20 rule. Delay gratification. Reinvest your profits instead of spending them. Diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try several small projects. Learn constantly. Read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Psychology of Money, and The Millionaire Next Door for inspiration and practical tips. Remember, this isn't magic. It's the power of compounding, focus, and taking action. Most importantly, it's about changing your mindset from scarcity, thinking you'll never have enough, to abundance, believing you can grow your resources steadily over time. Turning $100 into $10,000 in 90 days isn't easy, and results will vary. But the real win is what you learn along the way: discipline, creativity, and a new relationship with money. And once you master those, you'll realize the journey has only just begun.